From the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, most plastics, depending on the prevailing conditions of the environment within which they find themselves, take between 100 and 1,000 years or more to decompose. Their long existence poses major challenges to both the environment and public health. Such challenges include pollution of land, water, and air, negative human health impacts, biodiversity loss, habitat destruction, entanglement of animals, soil degradation, climate change and its negative effects, to mention but just a few. Thus, the STEM Plastic Waste Management Competition seeks to engage young minds to critically think and come up with innovative ideas to create projects that will go a long way to deal with the plastic waste menace, thereby converting plastic trash to cash. Before I resume my seat, I wish to state that the STEM Plastic Waste Management Challenge, as we are witnessing today, should not in any way be perceived as a mere competition just to win awards, but a wake-up call that will trigger some positive actions in us as a responsible way of life to improve the management of plastic waste that will eventually result in a much safer environment and better public health. May the school, with the most innovative and practicable ideas in the prudent management of plastic waste, win the contest. I wish all competing schools the very best in this contest.
Everybody, to our national STEM Plastic Waste Management Competition. Thank you so much to all the schools who are here. Thank you to all the adults who are here, to all the judges who are here, to all the teachers who prepared the students, to the regional managers, regional science coordinators. I think this deserves a very big applause to all of you. I also want us to give a very big applause to the educational service of the National Catholic Secretariat. We've been working with them for a very long time, and matter of fact, this is one of our favorite activities that we do as Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. So far, we've gone, I think we started 2 or 3 years ago. We've been through all the zones, and this is, for this year, our last zone. And so far, all the students, they have done remarkably. We've seen very great ideas, very great projects. And for this year, we thought of something better. And that is that every project that comes, we want to make it scalable. We want to see how can we prepare the ideas in such a way that we can sell them. And you will see that you can actually make money out of your ideas. And for that very reason, this time we have one of our German companies around, that is Adminex. What they will do is that for the winner of this competition, they will provide a training to teach you how to make your idea to money. So please let us clap for Adminex here. And I said, my name is Laurentia Kusiapoma. I'm one of the programs manager of Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. Stiftung means foundation. And Konrad Adenauer was the first chancellor of Germany after the Nazi regime. And so we are a political foundation that is very interested in political education and to empower young people in their rights and their roles as responsible citizens in our society. And so I also want to forward regards from Accra, from our country representative, Anna Wasserfall, and also from our program director, Dr. Joseph Damo. Can we please give an applause to them? I'd also like to highlight our team who are here with me today. That is Nanaikyo, who's there taking a video of us, and also Eugene, who's at the back. They are both working with us to make this wonderful thing happen. So just a few words to plastic waste management. I believe that the people who already came before me, they've said a lot of things about what's happening and what we want to do. And one of the reasons why CAS is really doing this is that we believe that you, students, learners who are sitting here, you are the future of this nation. And in order to train you and develop you in such a way that you really bring the full potential out of this nation, we thought best to bring us all together and to inspire you to bring what we know you already have in your mind to realize it into a very good project. And so when all the schools of you are here, I want you to also be inspired by what your other schools are doing. It is a competition, yes, but also do well to come together, to network, get to know each other, and learn from all the ideas. And we hope that this competition will be fun to all of us, and may the best school win. Thank you so much.
The Central Regional Manager for College Schools, representative from CAS, a representative for the Bishop, other distinguished guests, school leaders, teachers, judges, our brilliant students, and our friends from the media. I bring greetings from the Ashanti Regional Education Director, the person of Dr. Williams Kwame Amaka. In fact, he is engaged in an equally important program. That is why he said I should come and represent him, although I'm also an invited guest. All right. I'm pleased and honored to be part of this meaningful challenge. In fact, many times goes to the Catholic Education Unit, Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, and then CAS for leading these efforts, a significant step in solving problems relating to plastic waste management. It is a major challenge in environment. But this particular challenge is timely, relevant, and also aligns directly with our national education goals, and also the sustainable development goals. Plastic waste has become one of the most visible threats in public health and sanitation in Ghana. In fact, there are tons of plastic waste that are generated annually, but minute quantity of this particular waste are recycled. A whole lot of them are drains, are clogged in drains, then also are increased as a result of flooding, and also affect the marine life. And then, habits of daily plastic use continue to rise in all of these. But we are not helpless. Education gives us the power to rethink, redesign, and respond. And I believe that is why this particular challenge is very, very important. Today, I believe we are not going to just evaluate the projects from our brilliant learners, but then we will be seeing how science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are being used to solve real-life problems in our local communities. And more importantly, we are going to witness how students will apply the skills we aim to build through a STEM curriculum, that is problem solving, critical thinking, innovation, and practical application. As a STEM coordinator, I see this challenge as an extension of our classroom, where students are not just memorizing facts, but then they will be building models, testing materials, analyzing data, and then also proposing change. These are the habits that our new curriculum promotes. These are the experiences that will produce the next generation of Ghanaian engineers, scientists, as well as innovators. With the students, I say that you should let your project show evidence, not just assumptions. Let your voice reflect understanding and not just memorization. Let your solutions be practical, affordable, and fit for use beyond this competition. In fact, I love that particular aspect of the representative of CAS, where she made mention of the fact that for this particular competition, the project that is being developed by the winner is not going to end here, but then they will be guided in such a way that whichever meaningful thing that will be able to come out from the project will be commercialized. That is a fantastic one. Let's give it out to Cassie once again. To the teachers and school leaders, thank you for your guiding these teams. Your commitment to hands-on learning is what makes this work possible. Continue to provide the space, mentorship, and motivation for our learners to thrive. And to our organizers and partners, your leadership in linking education to sustainability deserves commendation. By supporting this program, you are shaping a generation that will obviously think critically, act responsibly, and then also lead boldly. Let us continue to use them not just to pass examination, but to improve our lives. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing the solutions that will be presented today. Thank you very much.
So over the years, plastic waste have remained a global concern to nations both in Africa and beyond. Therefore, there is an alarming need for us to show concern and act immediately to help clear this global impact. Ladies and gentlemen, our project is termed Plastic Paver Breaks. But before we take you through Plastic Paver Breaks, we'd like to acquaint you on some terms and information associated with plastics. So first of all, here's our outline, and first on our outline is plastic. So when we talk about plastic, we are talking about synthetic material made from polymers which are locked in some hydrocarbon molecules. Now, the picture displays few examples of plastics as well as their types. So talking of types of plastics, there are two main types of plastics. First, of which we term thermoplastics. So thermoplastics basically are plastics that can be melted and reshaped. Few examples include grocery bags, water bottles, detergent bottles, etc. etc. The second type of plastic, we have thermosetting plastic. Now the thermosetting plastic, once hardened, they cannot be melted again. Few examples include big like epoxy resin, etc. Now we move to plastic waste. When we talk of plastic waste, we are basically talking about plastics that have been discarded now in the environment and as a result is no longer needed or wanted after use. So the picture here displays plastics being discarded on our environment after use, thereby polluting the environment. Now it includes plastics thrown away from homes, industries, and agricultural centers, as well as other sources. Now we take a look at the environmental concern. When we talk about the environmental concern, we are primarily looking at the dangers plastic waste pose on us, as well as our surroundings. So first of all, plastics do not decompose easily, and as a result of polluting land and water bodies for hundreds of years, contributing to environmental problems like plastic pollution and health and and wildlife. Furthermore, according to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, over 400 million tons of plastic waste are generated annually. However, only 9% are being recycled and 12% incinerated or burned. Now, here is a picture showing us the process of incineration of plastic waste done in our environment. And this, as a result, leads to the release of harmful and toxic substances into the atmosphere, rendering it pure for humans and animals. So the picture here also shows us on the screen a sea turtle being entangled by plastic bags or waste, thereby restricting its movement and its life activities. Now we look at the global plastic crisis. Here we are primarily talking about the dangers or the challenges we face as a global worldwide. First of all, we have high production of plastic waste. As earlier stated, over 400 million tons of plastic waste are produced annually, and there is a low recycling rate of which only 9% is being recycled. Decomposition, it takes a long time for plastics to decompose, as I mentioned too. It takes about hundreds of years, and this can lead to the destruction of wildlife. It can also lead to problems concerning the human health, etc., etc. Now, we would like to take a look at the summary table of our research and their source. Now, impact area statistics and organizational source. Wildlife species over 800 are affected worldwide through ingestion or entanglement. Now, we have the cardiovascular risk, of which microplastics in plates can lead to 4 to 5 times higher risk of heart attack or stroke. This was also reported by the Italian medical study, which is the World Economic Forum report. Now, this leads us to our main idea and project termed plastic paper bricks.
Due to the alarming increase in plastic waste in our environment, we, the pupils of St. Francis Seminary Senior High School, came up with an innovative way of curbing this menace. So the team intends to convert plastic waste into useful paper bricks. The plastic paper bricks are bricks which are made from melted plastics and mixing it with sand to produce durable constructing bricks which can be used for pathways and low-cost housing development goal. And then the next one is about the clean environment and sanitation, which will also help achieve the Sustainable Development Goal 6. And then the last one is improving life underwater. And this is to also obtain the Sustainable Development Goal 4. So this has been our innovative, cost-effective way of managing waste in our environment. Thank you.
I'll just place it on the floor. So when you go to the market, all you see is rubbish, and it has consequences on our health. So using offers smart data-driven ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle plastic waste. Plastic are man-made material made from petroleum, used mainly for packaging and everyday products. So plastic are everyday use for packaging and packaging and everyday products. Global plastic waste have risen to over 360 million tons yearly, creating serious pollution challenges. By applying STEM innovations, the community can build better STEM waste systems, cut pollution, create green jobs, and protect the environment. So by applying STEM, we, students like us, can create jobs for ourselves and also promote something in our community. So petrochemicals can last for centuries and harm ecosystems by blocking drains and endangering wildlife. So in this, plastics can have a whole lot of consequences on our health, and also it also blocks the drains where water can pass, and so when it blocks the way, it causes the water to be stagnant and cause malaria also.
Our barrel and we cut and open the top washing to create an open heating chamber. Secondly, we fix a steering handle or metal rod for mixing, but we didn't get some of the metal ones, so we used wooden. We place the barrel on the stand on metal rim above the heat source. Fourthly, we place the barrel on a stand or metal framework. A metal plate was welded to stand to retain the heat produced by the burner. Sixthly, we didn't get a black paint, so we skip the heat absorption and retention because black paint will absorb much heat. Step two is about loading the plastics. So the waste will be collected in that bin, which are be sorted and shredded. We add the shredded waste plastic into the barrel. We fill only about half the volume of the barrel to allow for stirring and expansion. So step 3 is about the heating and melting. So we apply it directly using a gas burner or charcoal stove beneath the barrel. We apply it directly using a gas burner or charcoal stove beneath the barrel. Maintain temperature between 170 degrees to 250 degrees depending on the plastics to avoid burning the plastics. The plastic will become viscous and sticky after 15 minutes. After pulling, remove the blocks from molds. They are now ready for testing. So please, if you can get the permission, you can go and do the project outside so that we bring in the product now.
So, our project came into existence by looking at the following ways. One, growing plastic waste. You all know that plastic blocks drains, pollutes water and soil, and also causes a great harm to wildlife. So our project is aimed to reuse plastic waste instead of disposing them anywhere in the environment, which causes a great harm to our ecosystem. Two, environmental sustainability. To sustain our environment, we recycle this waste into pavement blocks, which reduces waste pollution and also conserve natural resources like sand and cement.
see some also the general department.
I am able to design general department.
We are coming to make a presentation on waste plastic by any other public senior high school. Thank you.
Before the waste is being generated, we need to get the source of origin of the plastic waste.
So the origin of plastic waste is from packaging material, which is the sachet wrapper and the bottles. And some of the products are plastic chairs and dustbins.
What are the policies to deal with plastic?
So these are some of the policies when dealing with plastic waste. One is outright banning, where people are being restricted from using plastic products or packaging materials which is being made from plastics. And linear economy, which follows a take-make-dispose model. And thirdly, circular economy, where we have to shift from the take-make-dispose model to a system where the resources must be taken, used, and we have to keep them in reuse, and after that we generate systems from it, which is using them for another product.
The effect of the policies that is being set.
So when we talk of the outright ban, one is reduced utility, which is the satisfaction consumers derive from using plastics and also plastic packaging materials. And two, the switch to other packaging materials may be expensive and inconvenient. As I said earlier, it follows a take-make-dispose model. So here, you have to take raw materials from nature, make products using those materials, and after that we dispose them off, usually as waste. Some of the characteristics of this linear economy is that there is a high consumption of natural resources, significant waste generation, and also there is low emphasis on reuse and recycling. The circular economy, it generates resources from waste. Here, we take raw materials from nature, we keep the products and materials in use, and after that we generate natural systems. So the characteristics of this circular economy is that its emphasis on reuse, repair, refurbish, remanufacture, and recycle. Also, it reduces the extraction of virgin resources. Thirdly, there is a closed-loop system to reduce the need for disposal.
Ghana's current waste management practices for plastic waste products and plastic packaging material.
Ghana practices the linear economy with its attendance problem, which is the take-make-dispose model. Can be useful. They won't litter around.
With the conclusions and findings, the deposit return mechanism, which is the DRM was asked, is a policy by the school authorities to add a token to every unit of plastic products and plastic packaging material brought to the school. And then these token is being refundable by the return of plastic packaging materials and plastic products.
Okay, so somebody may ask, what if the consumer or the buyer refuses to return the packaging material?
A scavenger or a third party can pick up or find the necessity in picking up the waste and bring it to the redemption point to redeem the token that the consumer failed to redeem.
So in short, the deposit return mechanism rewards responsibility and then penalize carelessness.
All the system works is that you need to first buy the product which the token is being added onto it. And then in order to earn your deposit, you need to return the packaging material. And in failure to return it, a scavenger or a third party can bring it and then redeem the token attached to it. The reward and penalty is that this system automatically rewards responsibility and punishes carelessness.
Then we went to bottles, the bottle tops, then we used it as a basket, a fruit basket or a vegetable basket. Then we used the PVC and the bottle tops as a brush holder.
because we are dealing with plastic waste, this will make the collection of plastic waste very easy for us.
The earth, our home, is beginning to look more and more like an immense pile of filth. These words call us to serious reflection and responsible action. Plastic waste has become one of the greatest environmental threats to our health, our communities, and our future. It clogs our gutters, pollutes our water bodies, endangers marine life, and destroys the beauty of creation entrusted to us by God. Today's event is therefore not just a competition. It is a call to ecological conversion. It invites each of us, especially you, the young ones, to become stewards of creation and ambassadors of environmental responsibility. The church believes that education must form not only the mind, but also the heart as well. To think critically, act ethically, and care deeply for the world around us, because it is our common home. I would like to commend all participating schools for your creativity and commitment. Whether you design a recycling project, an awareness campaign, or a new innovation, you are already making a difference. You are the generation that can turn waste into wealth, pollution into progress, and neglect into stewardship. As the Archbishop's representative, I urge you to take this challenge beyond today, into your schools, into your various communities, into your various homes. Let us begin small. Avoid single-use plastics. We should recycle, plant trees, and teach others to do the same. Together, we can make our environment cleaner, our future brighter, and our faith more alive in action. May God bless this initiative, bless our schools, and bless all our efforts to protect the environment and all created things created by God. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a person of the Free and Commanders, and I'm here to present on a topic: plastic waste management. And before I do that, I would like us to watch a short video of plastic waste all around over the place. Plastic waste in land and in our river banks. Why plastic waste is a problem? 1. Plastic lasts forever. When you say plastic lasts forever, plastic do not rot as how plants and other organisms rot. They do not undergo biodegradation, so it lasts very long and does not give the soil or the earth any nutrients. 2. It harms wildlife and ecosystem. For instance, we dumping refuse of plastic waste into our river banks. The fishes or the animals in the sea will feed on the plastics. We as humans go out to buy them, eat, and we also get harmful or hazardous diseases from we eating the fishes.
This is a picture about an inventor that intended web, like a popular musician called Shatawale. After they were done with their effects, you can see that there are plastic waste all over the place. If there were enough dustbins, or if they were treated on plastic waste management, they wouldn't have dumped all this plastic waste all over the places. Therefore, transforming plastic waste into valuable waste is a practical step toward achieving a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future for all. Thank you.
Our water dispenser process is a game changer for tackling plastic community members can refill their reusable bottles, encouraging a culture of sustainable water refill option. We are encouraging people to switch to reusable bottles, reducing plastic waste in the long run. Cost saving over time. Compared to purchasing bottled water regularly, a dispenser can be more economical long term. Our team built innovative water dispensers using readily available and eco-friendly materials, which are a cardboard as the base structure for stability and support. 2. A plastic bottle as the water container. 3. A white pipe. 4. A hot glue for assembling and securing the components together.
a fifth school. Rest of it was full. Fourth, great Riado, 280 points. Third, St. Anne's, 226.5. Which school was first? St. Francis had 263 and St. Joseph had 257.2. So St. Francis was first.
We are St. Francis Seminary Senior High School and God first. So we believe that by the grace of God, we were chosen for this competition. And God never missed. So we are here to do the best. We are here to put out our all for the region, for the nation, and help curb this global menace as well. It's also one thing that motivated us to be here today. We really want to curb this global menace, which is plastic waste in our nation and the world at large. We are not just competitors of this competition, but we are students who are nation concerned. We are concerned about our nation and we want the best for ourselves. Thank you so much. We are feeling extremely supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It's just a big moment for us, and all thanks to Jehovah. Jehovah first. St. Francis Seminary Senior High School, Veritas Scientia, Edmond Race, all to the world. Teachers are the fundamental of everything, and they are also well the backbone of everything. We can't do without them. And big ups to our one and only rector, Father Martin Oduro Bilson, as well as our one and only spiritual director, Father Divine Ajenim Boating. They were all of help, all tutors of St. Francis Seminary School, Sir Mandela, who couldn't make it here, Sir Farahat, Madam Lydia, all our team leaders. We thank them all. We used plastic waste and converted them into bricks, of which we call plastic paver bricks. So here are an epitome or a typical example of the plastic paver bricks we produced. They are high water resistant, they are very reliable, and they can be used as pavements, driveways, parking lots, and even for construction purposes. Yes, and that is that. So we are hoping that through the media, GTV, UTV, and the rest out there, Opemsuo out there, we would like to use this platform to educate all Ghanaians as well as students in various schools to undertake this project, as it will help us to become a better Ghana together. Grace of God, we would love to implement this project as it is our main motive here. We hope to implement the project to attain goals of society, which is reducing plastic waste in the system. Winning without implementing the project means nothing to us. Therefore, we are going to make sure that this project goes around all the country and help reduce plastic waste in our group. What kind of support? Well, I would have said financial support, but the Lord is with us and our project is cost effective. Any layman can undertake our project. And as a result, we need God behind us, and all leaders of state should come together and also help promote this innovative solution as well. The name is Prosper Dega from St. Francis Seminary Senior High School, Anokwafo. Thank you.
Science and science. Solving problems plastic. Where am I? Day in day out on about here. We move plastic waste. The free sachet water. We see black water. We see other ones. Just come to face one. Black water. Extend say. These plastics are same. The effect of these plastics is the same. It's been releasing several toxins. It's been low when the animals the way it will affect it. As also affecting aquatic life. Clearly, see from videos we show on social media how plastics are and how it affects aquatic life. The fishes in these particular plastic materials in them, medical, even more releasing toxins. These toxins will affect the brain. Vitamins also are affecting reproduction. And medication unit instituting this particular so they may from this end, it's me a fire on the first this particular plastic pollution. It's going a long way to solve these particular issues. I showcase the way just one more paper, send them on the science, makes me use the problems we encounter in society. Nobody said plastics air the whole effect said the medical also say a cancer here and can it's me and you compose your son the chance of who I cancer yeah to us so say yeah air can I want to see over us so we fish and so when we bow so now the plastics and I see my strategy I the better and for any say yan share say abirani abibia say we use polybag here polybags especially the black ones so what to here na say the good man the to that the back one so be keep as I can say o say akoto ade bi mo no ampo no watimi ama omo de ekuna ma so the be ya abirani abibia ye nya to be basabasa say the also in the environment I'm trying so as much as possible say vantage points are a waste bucket near the SCC plastic waste I generate and then also I'm trying so as much as possible I can see I have my it's so better nani pano do na member until Abehu says happen and then our better all and you good place because the sanya ma we supposed to why to things like to society so across as much as we can try to say make sure our waste mechanism when the first TVs plastics that will be so and so be able to message us on the phone to say young person plastics it makes me sort it from the normal waste you generate. For instance, and can bet me as I then try as much as possible, say, let's separate it from the plastics, so that say, you go into recycling process and then the say plastics there, your money I can hear. Said the okay policy about just a game banning plastic waste. One thing, so they said, more banning also the mechanisms in place. Because plastics is one of the major materials used in packaging for most of the products market. Until a year, say, banning plastics, they say into an also a benya replacement. The event media kuma by the product. If you actually see a market, the may encourage you to say, and because so are limiting the use so that your money and MS and the year free ship, the free and one Ashanti regional state.
Last year, we are there a final finale. This year, we are starting every morning belt and southern belt, and then middle belt. We are now within the Vegas match. The grand finale. Rotation, started last year. Come out participating in the contest last year. I invited so the venue say especially producing plastics. Then you see instead of 5 schools, schools. That's it. That's it. Because the Kuya Kakraka and Jebiana provision, plastic waste, and I identify it so plastic waste to be recycled. Plastic waste
Catholic Education Unit asene ama dwumadewe omo ede aba no ebetwetwen kombo na yahwe ombo tainti a omo edidi sa dwumai Madam Pacho udin.
Okay, me Pacho efrem na dey kua aboajoa osaya bebio.
Okay. Conrad, money Catholic Education Unit akabum and decide you may. Near be sana say na plastic waste management and amodia simonis.
Okay. Me pacho the entire the plastic waste and yeah. Ade a yɛde asi yɛn in a sense sɛ yɛhu sɛ Ghana ase no plastic waste a challenge ma yɛn paa sɛ after sɛ obi tɔ bottle water and our top plastic nneɛma bia owia a otimi to twene baabia but yɛ ne Catholic Secretariat yɛ adwen sɛ ɛndeɛ yɛbɛtumi empower SHS schools for no ɔmɛtumi de saa waste wei no aform ade a ɛbɛtumi aba emfasoɔ ama community no ne Ghana as a whole. Oh, okay. I feel way mono ye project ni bi wo Tamale and I bi wa Accra and I de aba Kumasi. Inti ye ni so ade hu se afe na edi ye ni mo ba no ye beti matrem na ya come more regions na ye timi a impact bebre. Okay, said the mekan ye no. Said the beya said the plastic waste adane a canker in this country no ye beti me aye na se ye ntimi nsi ano kwan kra ya teso ntimpachan. Oh, okay, mpacho enye botaye bia ba omo na ye de omo hyase so enti ebia afiye edi anim no se mbre wo ho na se nhyehyeye wo ho aye mpanyimfo no ebeti ne Catholic Secretariat no ombeti mabiem but say there you focus senior high schools. Okay, me pacho ene wu se omo context no se omo wia ye wo souvenirs and achede a ye de be ma participants any schools no na ye wia ye sa ne German company be collaborate say ye betimi aton product no na nka sika ana mfasodi abam ama students no any school no as a whole. Okay, into my little advice and then I say plastic waste aya very big challenge ama the country Ghana. The government have been doing a lot say on person we see no kwine but in our own little way we can help and bring it to an end. How? To say a project say you bet to me so more people can start doing same now more now you bet to me the end.